Hello, collective. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirmed, your daily affirmations for self-love and growth. Hi, you guys. Welcome back into the channel. So, you guys, this is going to be our weekly Law of Attraction message. So, I will pull, of course, a spread for you guys, but I've changed the format for this spread since we did our special Law of Attraction message. I really actually like that format for the collective. So I think I'm going to stick with that. So I will pull the energy and see what you guys are working on manifesting or what's going on with your law of attraction at this time in regards to money, romance and love, and career. So I will pull 3 energies for those topics. And then I will get clarifying messages from the law of attraction and give you your advice, a little bit of wisdom, or just some direction that you might need. Okay. So, and then I will also grab messages from the cosmos for you. I will get you guys your zodiac signs and also a life message with an angel number for you at the very end. All right, collective. So I'm excited. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what you're working on manifesting in these 3 areas of your life at this time. Okay, so let's start with money. Welcome back, all of my current followers and subscribers. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I truly appreciate it. You guys rock. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for allowing me to deliver this message to you with open arms and an open heart. Welcome in all of the new and incoming followers and subscribers. I'm so glad you found the channel. Make sure when you hop in, make sure you hit that subscribe bell. And then once you hit the bell, select the arrow and select all, just so that you don't miss any of the other messages that I do upload for you guys, okay? All right, beautiful collective. So, like I said, let's see what is going on in these 3 different areas of your life at this time. Let's start with your money. What is the, quick gossip, huh? Interesting. There's some buzz around what you're doing right now, collective. Minimize drama and take personal responsibility to act with integrity. Your personal challenges might be distracting you from your work. Okay, very interesting. And this gossip may be affecting your money in some way, but we will pull from the law of attraction deck and see what's going on there. Okay, let's see what's happening with your career. What's the overall general energy in career? Okay. We have compass, exploration, opportunity. Explore opportunities beyond routine and a new starting point will arrive. Okay. Sounds like you guys may have some new opportunities coming into your life regarding career very soon. That would make sense. Again, as you know, I feel like this coming season is harvest season. So whether that is something, you know, that you've been putting in the work on since the beginning of the year, kind of starting to grow and seeing the fruits of your labor there, you know, this could be just you actually having new ideas, new opportunities, you know, starting something new, you know, that will actually, you know, come into your 3D reality that you are creating. Okay. All right. So let's see what is going on in romance and love. What is the overall energy? What are you manifesting in romance and love at this time? Okay. So we have hideaway. Make time to be with your person. Create your own special hideaway. So sounds like a lot of you guys are wanting some vacation time with your significant other. I am not mad at that. Not at all. That sounds very good. Okay. But let's see if we can get some more clarifying information here from our law of attraction deck. So let's start with your money and this gossip situation. A lot of people are talking about what you got going on, collective, You are the topic around town, it seems. It seems like people are very, very interested in what you got going on. And maybe it's because you are keeping things to yourself. So, you know how people do when they don't actually know what you got going on, they'll make up something or they'll talk about something that they knew from, years ago and see if it's relevant today. But let's see. Let's see. So, like I said, gossip, it says there's some buzz around what you're doing right now. Minimize drama and take personal responsibility. And act with integrity. So, whatever people are saying, just make sure you are still choosing to act with integrity no matter what people are saying, because the truth is always going to shine regardless of what people say. Okay. And make sure that your personal life, personal challenges, things that you got going on are not distracting you from your work or from your goals. Okay. So, discipline. Commitment and routine create lasting success. Stay consistent with your efforts. Develop a habit today that aligns with your goal. Consistency is key. Exactly. So, again, no matter what outside influences or things you have going on in life at this time, make sure that you are continuing to stay consistent, continuing to work towards your goal of, money growth, investments, anything that you are trying to make last a while. You always have to make sure that you are consistent. You always need to make sure that you are paying attention. You're not letting outside distractions keep you from putting in the work and effort that is needed in order to grow what you're trying to grow. Yeah. And then we have manifestation. Yeah. So this is something, again, that you are manifesting. Your thoughts and emotions are actively shaping your reality. Focus on what you want, not what you fear. Write down your intention in the present tense as if it's already true. Feel the emotion of already having it. So, again, make sure, especially if this is something in regards to your money, make sure that you are continuing to stay focused. Make sure that your mind and your emotions match each other. So, in regards to this gossip, do not let external factors distract you, okay? Because again, these could be friends, family, it could be coworkers, it doesn't matter. When people see that you are focused and you are working on something to better yourself, especially if it's something that they don't have a lot of information about, they will begin to, make up rumors, start, saying what they think you're doing, all kinds of things. We know how this goes, okay? Especially if you're an adult, you've been there, done that with people. So it's best to make sure that no matter what is happening external to you, that you are making sure that your thoughts and your mindset match each other. Okay? It's going to be important to keep that feeling, especially when you're manifesting, of already having the thing that you're working towards. That is going to create an emotion within you of feeling excited, right? Of being happy, because you sitting in that energy is what's going to bring in and attract what it is you are working on. So, again, very, very important to not allow the gossip that's happening external to you to distract you, and make sure that you are continuing to stay consistent no matter what is happening around you. Okay, one more clarifier for money and this gossip energy here. Okay. Yeah. You, and all this is doing is illuminating you, to what's happening around you, the things that you need to make sure you stay away from that are distractions. So you are being enlightened about what's happening, the people who are in your corner, the people who are not in your corner. So now you can choose. Truth and clarity are being revealed to you. Exactly. You are seeing things as they truly are. That is a blessing. Do not take that for granted, and use that truth and clarity to make good choices. Okay? If you need to separate yourself, separate yourself. Do whatever it is you need to do in order to keep your thoughts and emotions in alignment. Seek deeper understanding, journal, meditate, or ask for signs to guide your path. Two of these are major arcana, and they are telling you that you need to write down what your intentions are. So that tells me that there is a group of you that, probably really need to invest in being able to journal and write down your thoughts so that you continue to have clarity, so that you can continue to stay focused on exactly what you are working towards, so that you don't lose track. Our thoughts can become jumbled, especially when there are things external to us that, again, are working so hard to distract us. Sometimes just having something to write our thoughts down on and go back and reference actually helps to keep us focused. Something as simple as, like I said, buying a small journal, small diary, whatever it is that you need to help you with your thoughts. Okay. All right. So, again, don't worry about the gossip. That's going to happen regardless. That's just what people do when they're bored with their own lives, or maybe they don't have anything exciting going on. They just need something else to talk about, or maybe people are just really in shock by what they see that you're doing. And gossip can be also good gossip. Okay. So it doesn't have to be negative all the time. Generally, most of the time, you're going to have a group of people who don't have nice things to say about you. Again, as an adult, we've all been there, done that. It's just something that you learn to accept, right? Your job is not to please everyone. That's a different topic. That's, check out some shadow work, if you still have issues with people pleasing. Okay. But when it comes to gossip, again, whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. It's something external to you. It should not allow you to be distracted or to lose focus on what it is you are working on, period. Okay. All right. So, with romance and love, you are looking to hide away. It says, make time to be with your person, create your own special hideaway. Interesting. Okay. All right. So, let's see what advice you need. Okay. So, it says clarity in the reverse. Confusion or uncertainty may be disrupting your focus. Take time to refine your intentions. Okay. So, in regards to romance and love, this is always something that's difficult, because the reality is most of us have been through some sort of heartbreak, some sort of loss when it comes to, a romantic partner. And so usually getting back out there, generally opening up your heart again, connecting deeply with someone new after a breakup, trying to heal from the last breakup so you don't bring in, the BS or the baggage into the new, connection. It can be difficult for a lot of us. Okay. So this is telling me that this is what your heart desires. This is what deep down you really want. You really want an opportunity to have time away with your person. You want to create that space for the two of you where you can connect on a deeper level with no one else around, so there's no bias, there's no external noise. But it seems like you question whether that's something that's going to be possible, because it seems like there's some confusion or uncertainty. So this is disrupting you manifesting what you want in this connection for some reason. Let's see, why is there confusion and uncertainty, collective? What are you concerned about? Flow in the reverse. You may be forcing things. Step back, relax, and realign with the natural flow. Okay. So this is something that you want so bad that you're not allowing things to just flow naturally. You are truly trying to force a situation instead of just allowing things to be. So what's happening is, because you have insecurities, because you have fear, because you are questioning whether the connection that you have with this other person is actually really true, you're kind of forcing the situation. You're trying to make sure that it goes in the way that you want it to go. You're not allowing it to just flow naturally between the two of you. And it's going to be very important that you have trust here. And again, I understand why there is a lack of trust. Obviously, there's a lack of trust because you've been hurt before, because people let you down all the time. The people that have been closest to you in your life have probably let you down at some point. And so you think that by having control, it is going to prevent another heartbreak. But I can tell you that it's not going to prevent it. It could be a possible way to sabotage it. So it's important to allow the situation between the two of you to flow naturally. Don't force something that's not ready to hatch. Okay. Just like, right, when a chicken lays an egg, the new chicken has to take time within the egg to become what it's supposed to be. Caterpillar to a butterfly, that metamorphosis process, it takes time. It cannot be forced. You may not see what's happening underneath the surface, right? You may not know everything that the other person is thinking and what they're feeling 24/7. Don't allow that to be a fear. Allow that to create excitement. Allow that to be something, that you look forward to eventually unfolding and finding out, right? Because eventually, if you guys continue to become close, continue to grow together, that other party is going to begin to open up to you. The most important thing is that you are ready to receive the information once they decide to open up to you. But do not force. Because you don't have all the answers, do not try to force a situation. You really need to learn how to sit back, relax, and realign with the natural flow of the situation. You're losing the excitement, the passion, right? When you try to control it too much, you're taking away the excitement, the unknown. That is part of growing with someone, not always knowing what's going to happen, but trusting, right? Because if that person feels for you what you feel for them, you will grow together. Okay. So don't force it. Okay. And what else? What other advice you need regarding romance and love here? And we have dedication. Your commitment defines your success. Consistency creates lasting achievement. Reaffirm your dedication today. Align your daily actions with your bigger vision. Exactly. So, as long as you are dedicated to this connection, as long as you are putting in the work and the effort with this other person, you don't have to force anything. Your commitment will define how successful this relationship will become. As long as you are consistent, it will create something lasting. So here's what I find and what people do a lot. And I don't think it is consciously, I really think it's unconscious. A lot of people get very, very comfortable after you kind of get past the honeymoon phase of your relationship. So what happens is, when you get comfortable, the things that you did in the beginning when you first met this person, whether that was texting them in the morning just to say good morning, texting them in the evening just to say good night, sending them flowers once a week, doing things to surprise them, to put a smile on their face, sending them a song that, made you think about them as a surprise, especially if you guys connect through music, things like that. If you are consistent with those things over time, it will create success between the two of you. This is something you don't have to force, because if it's truly what you feel deep down, it will come naturally, right? And the consistency, your commitment to these actions will now have the other person also reciprocate, maybe not in the same way, because everybody's love language is different, right? And you guys are getting to know each other. So, but this person will want to reciprocate that type of love, that type of affection towards you, because they see that you are consistent, because they see that you are dedicated to them, and it will reaffirm that they've made a good choice, and their response to you will reaffirm that you've made a good choice. This will help bring a bigger vision between where you guys want this to go. So don't force it just because you don't have all the answers. You're not supposed to. You can't control everything. So I might be talking about a group of you guys who are control freaks, okay? Relax. I know that we've all been through heartbreak and nobody wants to deal with that again. Nobody wants to feel that again. But if you have taken the lessons, the wisdom, the things that you've learned from your past relationships, if you've taken the time to heal, right? And now you're able to use discernment. Now you are listening to your intuition. trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. You don't need to have all the answers. Use your intuition and your discernment. You know how you feel. That other person's actions will basically be reciprocated in some way, and they will also be consistent. So then you're able to use your discernment to know if they are just as invested in you as you are into them, correct? And both of your dedication to each other, to the consistency of your actions, will create long term success here, okay? So don't panic. Don't try to force it. And eventually, trust me, you guys will be able to get to your hideaway, to that vacation, that, amazing getaway with just the two of you, because there will be a level of trust built between the two of you. And you guys will both be excited and you will invest in each other. Okay. Just relax a little bit. I know you're a little anxious. Probably you're excited because it seems so real. And a lot of the times when people come across a person who actually has integrity, who actually, says what they mean and mean what they say, their, actions match their words, they actually show you that they appreciate you. Sometimes people self-sabotage because they think that the person is full of shit, and then they push them away by acting out, or doing things that are counterproductive to growth. So don't self-sabotage the situation. You're just fine in the position that you're in, but just because you don't have all the answers, don't try to force it. Just be consistent and dedicated and committed to your actions, and make sure they match your words. Okay? All right. Beautiful. All right. So let's look at career. Then we have compass. So it seems like you guys are finding direction. When I see this compass, it makes me feel like people are moving into their north node. You are getting into an alignment with your purpose. You are exploring. You are starting to, gain opportunities. Things are starting to open up for you. And you are basically exploring these opportunities that go beyond your normal routine. So you may already have a standard, 9 to 5 job, but I feel like you are starting a side business, a side hustle. You are starting to put effort into what you feel your actual life purpose is, okay, which will open up opportunities for you. So what is the advice? Oh, okay. Balance in the reverse. Imbalance may be causing stress. Prioritize self-care and inner harmony. So yeah, I can see how, trying to start something new when you already have, like I said, a standard 9 to 5, something that you do every day, your typical routine. Now you're trying to add something in to said routine, it can definitely cause imbalance. So the advice, first of all, if you are working on something new, you're trying to grow something new, trying to bring something into fruition, make sure that you have balance. Make sure that you have the time to take care of things where you don't have to be stressed all the time, and make sure that you are still prioritizing yourself within this balance. Make sure there is self-care and harmony. Make sure that you have time to do all the things. Work smarter, not harder, as they say. So, make sure you find that good balance, and it may take time, right? Especially if it's something new that you're just starting, and you're just starting to incorporate it into your daily routine. Again, it may take you a little bit of time to find that exact right balance, but you will. Make sure that it is a priority, though, that you find balance, and make sure you continue to take care of you. Do not neglect you. What else? That's very good. Okay. Then we have realization in the reverse. Mental resistance may be keeping you stuck. Challenge your assumptions and rethink your approach. So it may be where you are trying to, again, start this new opportunity, new business, side hustle, whatever this is. You're trying to bring something new into the picture in regards to, your career. But it seems like you're so used to your current routine that maybe you are resisting this change that is necessary in order to add said new thing into your daily routine. Okay. So you may need to just rethink how you do things. And again, especially if you've been doing what you've been doing for a very long time, let's say, it's been 10 years and you've had the same routine, and, you know exactly what time you go to work, your kids go to school, your spouse goes to work, everybody comes home, you know exactly what time dinner is, you've been doing this same said routine, for a couple of years or up to a decade. It doesn't matter. You've had a routine. And now this new thing that you want to bring in, this new thing that you're excited about, that makes you feel like you're heading in the direction of your north node of your purpose, you want to now add this into your life. But I think because you've been in this same routine for so long, it's becoming kind of a mental block. And because you're resisting the change that is truly, truly necessary. And it's going to take a level of sacrifice that maybe your spouse or your kids, may not understand in the beginning. So yes, there's going to be also external resistance to this change, especially if it interrupts things that they're used to having time with you, right? You may need to be a little bit more selfish with your time. It doesn't mean neglect anyone else, right? But it's just going to be you having to invest more into you. So, yes, there may be some more mental resistance with people external to you, maybe than you, but this is going to be the sacrifice that needs to be made in order to make sure that you have that balance. And because right now, this is telling me you are not in, balance. Yeah, and see, exactly, confirmation. This is causing the momentum of what you're trying to do to be in the reverse. You may be feeling stuck. Again, that word stuck is very relevant here. Shift your approach, yeah, and regain momentum with small steps. So, again, confirmation that you just need to make some adjustments to what you're doing, because right now you are stuck in this, again, same routine that you're used to. You're trying to incorporate this new, like I said, side job, side business, new project that you're working on. But again, you have some resistance from your external factors, and it's causing you to feel stuck because you're kind of like, okay, well, how am I supposed to make everyone happy? Well, see, that's the thing. When you are sacrificing in order to grow, this is not about making everyone else happy. Again, it doesn't mean be neglectful, right? This is about understanding that it's going to take a level of you investing time in you and maybe adjusting your schedule with everyone else in order to fit this in so that you can truly have balance here. Because if you do not have balance when you're trying to incorporate this, if you are neglecting yourself in any way, you are going to be stressed out. You're going to lose your passion for this. You are not going to be consistent. You're not going to invest in the way that is needed in order for this to grow and come into fruition, or for you to attract the opportunities that you are looking for with this. Very, very important here. Okay. So, again, just to sum this up here. So, in regards to money, again, there's a lot of gossip. People are talking about you, collective, because either they're excited about the things that they see you're doing, or because people don't know what you're doing, they're just making up things. Either way, okay, it's external to you. So it's very important that you stay disciplined in regards to this manifestation of income growth. You are being enlightened to the people, places, and things that are trying to distract you. So pay attention at this time. If you have to walk away from said things that are distracting you, that are not going to be helpful for you in money growth, then you need to make some decisions. In regards to romance and love, this person that you are trying to connect with, that you feel this passionate connection with, that you are truly excited about, do not self-sabotage the situation just because you don't have clarity and all the answers about how this person is feeling. Allow things to flow naturally. Use your discernment, use your intuition. If the person is matching your energy, if they are showing the same amount of dedication and consistency, their words match their actions, you will know. The answers will come with the consistency over time. You will find yourself in a successful relationship that you do not have to force. I promise you, you don't have to force it. So don't try to overly control the situation. Don't try to manipulate your person into feeling something. You don't have to do any of that. Just because they may not tell you right away, maybe it's because they are trying to confirm and using their intuition and discernment with you as well, making sure that your words match your actions as well. But if I'm talking about two people that have integrity, this will happen regardless. Okay. And make sure too that you don't allow external factors to ruin this connection. As a side note, for some of you, sometimes we go to the people on the outside of us that don't know about the connection, that don't know about the other person, because we want advice, because we don't have all the answers, right? And so we start to tell other people outside of the relationship that don't know the connection between you, just to get some type of outside clarity, and all it brings is more confusion. All it will do is make you question what you feel, because the persons that you are asking do not know about your relationship. So while it may seem like an innocent question, or you're just trying to gain clarity, you don't need to gain clarity from external factors. You need to give it to yourself. You need to trust yourself, your discernment, your intuition. I see it happen all the time, and it's very, very unfortunate. And I don't think that people always mean to cause more confusion, or the person asking for the advice, they don't realize the result will be more confusion when they're asking friends, family, coworkers, or whoever. But if people are not involved in your relationship, if they are not with you, if they are not involved in your conversations, they don't have the answers. The answers are going to be between the two of you. And again, in regards to career, if you're trying to add something new into your routine, if you're trying to add, again, a new side hustle, a project, a new business, you are going to have to find balance, because right now there's no balance. And basically you are resisting this change, or the people external to you are resisting this change, because they're not used to you not being available to them. They're not used to you not giving to them the amount of time that they've been having with you for the last couple of years, up to a decade. So there's going to be some resistance. But in order to gain back your momentum, you are going to have to find that balance, and make sure that it means you investing in yourself, not just this new endeavor, but also keeping your self-care up, because this can cause stress and be overwhelming if you do not. Okay. All right. All right. Very good. Okay. So let's get a few messages from clarifiers here. Hope you guys are enjoying the message so far. I really like this new spread. I feel like I'm able to touch on, more specific topics when it comes to, law of attraction for you guys. So I actually really like this spread. I think I'm definitely going to keep it. Okay. Wow. Clarifiers. Cloud of unknowing. Float on the clouds of the unknown. Surrender to the mystery and embrace the sacred within. So this is for the romance and love. Again, you don't have to have all the answers. The unknown is what makes it exciting. Just, again, trust yourself, because answers unfold. Keep your mind open and be willing to learn from this experience. Exactly. As you continue to gain more knowledge, as you guys continue to have more experiences together, you will gain information that will help you have clarity to know exactly the direction you need to go in. Embrace solitude. Reflect deeply for survival. Keep your mind open as answers reveal lessons in the quiet of introspection. I feel like this is going to be, mostly for the career portion here. You will need to have moments of solitude in order to truly focus in and work on bringing this new project, business, side hustle into fruition. You will need to find that time for yourself, collective. It's going to be very, very, very important that you find balance, that you find moments of silence and solitude for yourself. Fast progress. Move forward with swift precision, and do what must be done now. So, yeah, in regards to money, again, stay disciplined. In order to make progress, you have to be consistent. There has to be, again, decision making, right? And it's going to create this level of abundance. But again, you can't allow distractions to come in and make you lose focus. Recovery comeback. Find strength in healing as each step forward renews hope and paves the way for a triumphant resurgence. Absolutely, you guys. Make sure when you are dealing with, a new romantic partnership, make sure that you are healing. Because understand, healing is what brings strength. It really, really does. It really gives you a level of clarity. It helps you to take the information from the previous relationships, friendships, partnerships that did not work. And it really helps you to move towards something that's successful. A few more. Gentle release. Let yourself surrender to the flow of life's mysterious currents. Flow, because right now my flow is in the reverse when it comes to romance and love. And like I said, you got to let things flow naturally. Don't try to force a situation. Don't try to have such a tight grip on the situation that you sabotage it because you're so worried about it falling apart. Trust yourself and the person that you're connecting to. Look at the red flags. Don't ignore anything that's important. That's going to help you keep making good decisions. And look at that. Commitment. Commit to the next stage in your development, and there will be a promise fulfilled in some form. Confirmation. So as you guys stay committed to each other in this new romance and love, actions matching words, consistency, you will find your wish fulfillment. Okay? Go your own way. Trust your intuition and embrace individuality, paving your path with courage and authenticity. There you go. And that can be for any of our topics here. Go your own way. Trust your intuition. You've learned the lessons. You've been healing, right? Embrace who you are and who you are becoming as an individual. Yes, you are part of a unit. If I'm talking to a group of you guys who are connected to family, friends, right? Especially if you're married and you have a spouse and kids, right? You are part of a unit. However, if you are trying to grow something that is not part of your daily routine, a new business, a venture, a side hustle, a project, this is something that is more individual to you. So trust yourself. Have courage. Be authentic. Even in romance and love, trust yourself. Use your intuition. Embrace who you are. Be courageous and authentic. It will shine through, I promise, especially if you have the right person. All right, you guys. Let's get a couple from the cosmos really quick. What the cosmos have to say to the collective regarding their manifestations of the heart chakra? Open your heart like a blooming flower, inviting compassion and forgiveness to flow freely within and around you. Flow is very, very important here. Use your heart chakra when it comes to romance and love. Yes, I know that you are afraid of being hurt again. I get it. But you got to let the love flow into you. You have to receive it. You have to be open to receive. Not manipulate and control. That's not love. That's fear. Okay? Embrace sustainable practices that honor the earth's rhythms and let your choices reflect deep reverence for the environment that sustains all life. Again, I always say this, you guys, you have to be grateful for the position that you are currently in. Be grateful for all of the blessings, all the things, resources that have been provided to you along the way. That is why you are here in this moment. Sagittarius may be significant. Your spirit is driven by an insatiable curiosity and adventure, but remember the value of grounding yourself in the present moment, staying in balance. Have passion for the things you want, but keep a balance, whether that's romance and love, whether that's growing a new business, whether that's regarding investing in money or in yourself. Have a balance. It could be connecting to some Leos. As you walk your path, remember that your strength is not only in the spotlight, but also in the shadows where you can uncover the depths of your soul. Yes, so you are, again, going to begin to shine. That's natural. As you are growing, as you are evolving, as you are becoming abundant, you will begin to shine, but also make sure that you are also in the shadows, you are also taking care of yourself. Self-care. Self-care. It's a big deal in order to stay in balance. Okay, one more. Asteroids. None of us are just good or bad or never wrong and always right. No one exists without polarities that are working with them, against them, and within them. Balance. Balance, collective. Very, very important. Balance and flow are very, very important messages for this collective. Okay, let me get you guys a life message, an angel number, and your zodiacs. What's our life message for the collective? Okay, appreciation. Beautiful. I am grateful for the abundance in my life. Be grateful for the earth, for the resources, right? As I focus on all that is wonderful, my worries lighten. With a full heart, I appreciate all I have. I accept what is as it is and choose contentment. I express my loving thanks to the universe for the wealth that is mine. Appreciation for what you already have. Be grateful because that is why you are here. Okay. What other zodiac signs are we connecting with? What other zodiac signs are we collecting with? What other zodiac signs are we connecting with here? I know we got a few. Got Leo already, Sag. What other? Let's get a few more here. Okay. Okay. Capricorn. Scorpio. Sag strong out here. A lot of Sag here. Sagittarius season might be important again because a lot of people who have been putting in the work since the beginning of this year is going to see, like I said, the fruits of your labor. It is harvest season, so December might be significant. Aquarius season as well. Aquarius, have Libra. And the bottom of the deck, again, Leo strong. Okay. All right. And now let me get you guys your angel number to close this out, collective. Good job, though, in staying focused. Good job in having direction. You know, just make sure, again, you are not allowing outside factors to distract you to the point that you lose focus on what you're trying to manifest. Don't allow outside factors to change your thoughts and emotions, because that's what you need in order to manifest. And it has to be a level of consistency. Okay. So, angel number 746, big decisions. The steps you must take have been revealed. Yes, they have. The choice you need to make presently has already been decided in your heart. Heart chakra, right? Heart chakra here. Your angels validate that you know what to do. looking within is the only work that is left. Right now, ask your angels to reveal the answer to the big question in your life as you sit quietly in meditation. Allow that answer to find you. Like I said, you got to trust yourself, collective. You guys know what it is you want, what you need, what you desire. People always do, but it's a matter of what you're willing to put in the work for, right? And then the other one, angel number 255, new choices. Changes are indicators. Changes are coming and will bring new decisions for you to make. Your angels encourage you to greet these changes as assurance that your intentions are coming to be. Reflect on a negative emotion or worry that you've been ruminating on lately. Take time to visualize it withering into the universe and let it go. Yes, like I said, your emotions and your thoughts need to be consistent. They need to be in alignment in order to manifest. But right now, you guys know in your heart what you want. That's apparent. Okay. And new choices have to be made, adjustments have to be made in order to bring in what you are desiring. And yes, there's always fear of the unknown, always, but you don't have to always have all the answers to make the choice that you know that you need to make to go in the direction that you want to go in. Allow it to flow naturally. All right, collective, beautiful messages for our law of attraction for this week. I hope that this resonated for you. I hope it gave you some food for thought. Hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me. But until next time, you guys, bye.